Now, here's more of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Welcome back, folks, to the last few minutes of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com. And we've covered a lot of ground today. I want to just finish with what's going on here locally in Charleston, South Carolina. Give you guys some good news, some not so good news, but really just kind of tell you what's going on in the market, like it is. But if you have any questions about your home or the area or price range that you're thinking of buying a home within, there is no such thing as a one market, right? Every market's different, just like every agent's different. You need to figure out what's going on in your own neck of the woods. If I can help you with that, please let me know. Happy to do so. 843-800-0065 is my number, 843-800-0065. Or listingsincharleston.com is a great way to kind of check us out and make sure we're legit before you contact us, if that's what you'd like to do. Or lastly, you can just send me an email, brian@brianbeattyteam.com. So here's where we are as a market right now. Confused would be a good word for it. A lot of people are trying to figure out which direction this market's going to go in. Are properties still appreciating? Are prices going down? What's going on with inventory? It's just, a lot of people are kind of guessing right now because the reality is we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We have a good idea of what's going to happen. We can follow the trends. And, for those that are really connected with the bigger picture, they can see how that would impact our little corner of the world here in Charleston, South Carolina. But just in terms of some simple stats, here are some things you need to know. First is that the rate at which we are putting new properties on the market is down about 14% compared to this time last year. Makes sense, considering more and more people have low interest rates that have been locked in. There's not much of a need or interest in selling right now, certainly not in comparison to losing a 3% or I hear people have like a 2% mortgage. I didn't get that lucky. I'm at 2.99. I think my lender paid something to get me under 3% just to say that he got me under 3%. But anyways, new listings, they're down 14%. Pending sales, properties that are going under contract are down 15%. Closings are down 27%. The days on market has basically doubled. Used to be 22 days as an average. Now it's like 43. The median sales price is up 5%. This time last year, we were at $376,000. Now we're at $394,250. Now, there's a lot that I could go into with regard to what is causing that number to go up. But just for the sake of time, understand that in most instances, in most areas of Charleston, yes, prices have actually gone up from this time last year until today. Now, when we get a little bit later on in this year and we start catching those data sets in like the fall and compare them to the fall of last year, you'll start to see a little bit of a different picture. And you'll see what I mean kind of over time. Now, the list price to sales price ratio is something to take into consideration. It used to be, just 100%. What you put that property in the market for is what it's going to sell for on average. Of course, you're going to have outliers. You're going to have all kinds of things. But the market was so hot. This sounds almost irresponsible to say, but it's almost like the market would not let you undersell your property. Even if you priced it below what it was worth, that thing is going to get so many offers that someone's going to actually pay more than what that property is worth just to win the battle, just to get the house. And that's something that sellers historically have been really uncomfortable with as a strategy, but man, does it work. It really does. You have to be careful about when you do that, right? It's not, I don't know if I would try that universally across the board right now in this market. I think there are still several locations, pockets, price ranges where that could work and work really well. But now, rather than everything selling for the asking price, you take about 4 or 5% off of that number, and that's the average. It's 95.7% actually. Inventory of homes for sale. This time last year, we had 1,500 homes for sale, which was incredibly low. Now we're at about 2,400. But the housing affordability index is, I think, the second lowest it has been in the history of Charleston as of last month. There was a time back in, I think, October of last year where the home affordability index was 73. Now it's at 78. So you've got to be really careful about that price you're paying for the property that you really want. And if that's something we can help you with, give us a call, 843-800-0065 or listingsincharleston.com. Thanks so much for listening to the show, and you guys enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Join us for another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show next Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday morning at 10. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-400-8009. That's 843-400-8009.